Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm already joking. Y'all already know that's not my real voice. So hello, welcome to my channel, Down and Dirty with your girl, Dee Dee. Hey, how are we doing? Are we doing good? Are we? I hope so. If not, it's gonna get better, okay? Maybe not tomorrow, or the day after that, or the day after that. Shoot, it could be next year, but it's gonna get better, okay? So, we are back on a regular week for WWE Wednesdays. Ow. Okay. So, today, let's settle in. Okay, we're gonna settle in. We're gonna get comfy. No, I'm not that comfortable. But we're gonna settle in. We're gonna get comfy. We're just gonna do that. Why? Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't watch SmackDown and I didn't watch Raw. I didn't do it. Look, I didn't do it. Okay, I didn't do it. That's why it's gonna be more of a Night of Champions like prediction and just saying the match cards because I didn't watch. So I generally I watched the highlights just now as I was putting on makeup for this. But she didn't watch. Okay, I took 3 days off of my job, my regular everyday schmegular job. Okay, I would say 9 to 5, but it's more like 2 to 9. So my regular job, took a break from that 3 days. I took away from every job. So this is our job too at this point. Well, not at this point yet, but we're gonna get there. Okay, but anyways, I took a break from the channel, so I didn't do nothing for the channel for 3 days. I needed it. Baby girl burnt out. Okay, she burnt. I didn't watch nothing. I'm sorry. I know this half of it, but I really needed a break, and I just needed a break, and that's okay. Because sometimes you just gotta listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your heart, listen to it all, your gut. And sometimes you need a break, and you need a little reset, reboot. Let's just start fresh on this day and move forward because we're not machines. We are not machines, okay? So sometimes you just need a break. So I took my break this weekend. So I didn't watch the full shows. I'll probably go back and watch Raw eventually. But it's not gonna be today. It's not gonna be today. It's not. So this is more gonna be a predictions of what I think is gonna happen on Night of Champions this Saturday. I told y'all we had 2 weeks break, a few weeks. We really just had a few weeks break from pay-per-view. And then we're going to have another pay-per-view in 2 weeks. Well, 2, really, because it's Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution. And then a few weeks after that, we're going to have SummerSlam. Help! I'm tired, Grandpa. Too damn bad. Anyways, we're rolling. We're moving on. Okay, so one of the matches we're gonna see for Night of Champions is Asuka versus Jade for the finals for the Queen of the Ring. Sorry about that. Do I think Asuka is gonna win? No. I'm gonna just say that quick. I said that last week when I thought she wasn't even going to beat Alexa, which I need to watch. I do want to go back. That's why I want to go back and watch those matches because certain people like that had to have good match. That would just had to have been a good match. There was no way they were going to have a bad match. I mean, there is a way, but no. So we're going to have Asuka versus Jade. I think Jade's going to take it because see, this is what I think they're cooking up. Okay. What I think they're cooking is that Jay is gonna win Queen of the Ring. She's a lady. Queen of the Ring. She is gonna go win the title from either Tiffy or Nia. I don't think it matters which one of them is gonna be. I just think she's gonna win. I think she's gonna beat whoever, because Tiffy and Nia have a fight on SmackDown Friday. This Friday? Yes. This SmackDown this Friday. So they have a match, last woman standing match. I love that they're doing all the last woman standings and like those kind of matches for the women, because like we just don't see that as much. And like some of them, they should have been doing it. Should have been doing it. Rhea should have had 20 of them matches. Period. Off rip. Nia should have had 20 of them matches. Period. Off rip. Low key Tiffy should have had a lot of them matches off rip, because that girl don't give up. So either way, I think Jay's gonna take it. Jay's gonna win against whoever Tiffy and Nia is. And then I think Naomi's gonna end up cashing in on that, and then that's gonna barf their, or be able to finally get to the end of their story. But we gotta bring Bianca in there, because something's got, that's not over. I told y'all it's not over. It's not over. I do think we're gonna get maybe a triple threat or something, or some kind of something between them three or some sort, a combination of whatever at Evolution. But I don't think this is gonna be like tied up in a nice little bow at Evolution. I think SummerSlam is gonna tie a lot up, and then put people on that road to WrestleMania to build in their storylines for WrestleMania or whatever. So, and then, yes, let me stop. Let me not get ahead of my head. So basically, and look, I ain't got the mic in there, so I can talk in my head as much as I want. Hey, but I do think Jay's going to take that. I do think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be good match. I just think that Jade's going to win. I don't really see Asuka winning. Asuka doesn't have a storyline. She doesn't have a storyline, and she's great. This is no Asuka bashing here. She's great, but I just think if we're doing what's best for business, it's Jade. She has a storyline. It writes itself. So I think that's how that's going to go. So we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to talk about, might as well just keep it on the King of the Ring. And so we're going to have Randy Orton versus, I almost said Jey Uso, but no, it's Cody Rhodes. Jay lost to Cody. But from what I saw, the little bit of that was a really good match. So again, I'm going to have to go back and watch some of these matches, rewatch them, or watch them for the first time for me, really. Because there was just like some good matchups that I would like want to see more for. So we got Randy versus Cody Rhodes, which I think this is where we thought this was going anyways, because Randy been on the mic. He's like a suburban Jacob Fatu. Like, or do I just say the white version? I mean, like, I don't, it's because like, I don't know. It's just like when he's on the mic, because on the mic, neither one of them give two fucks, right? Okay. And we know that. But it's like, you got Randy Orton who's like, hey, I'm technically not supposed to say this, but I'm going to make sure it's implied. I know that you know what I mean saying. And then you're like, all right, I'm going to use a different cuss word. I won't use the super abrasive one. I'll use a different one, but though, and I'm cussing today. He's just like, I don't know how to explain it other than like, they have the same energy on the mic. I don't know. It's a get hit. It's a knuck if you buck kind of like energy. It's just one is more like less hood. So I don't know. I like it. They crack me up on it. I love it. Okay. Oh, don't ask me. I don't know on this one. I could see it going either way. There's a 50-50, you know what I mean? Because you got obviously Randy trying to get the ultimate GOAT status and get as many titles as he can. But they're pushing Randy. Like, you don't have to push Randy because Randy is Randy Orton. So it's Randy Orton. But they're pushing him. I think we're nearing the end for Randy. Not that we, you know, I think R-Truth is older than Randy Orton. And so, I mean, even Randy, R-Truth is still fighting. So, like, I'm not calling him old, but I'm calling him old in the sense of like Randy Orton's had a lot of injuries, like a lot of like serious injuries. So I don't know how like well or like long that can last. Or I don't know if I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know how long he got left. I know Jacob Fatu got the all gas no brakes, but we got to put on the brakes because Randy getting old. Okay, it's okay. You getting old. So I think he's on his tail end of his last few years here in viableness. So I think I don't know. This honestly could go either way because you got Cody that can write itself. You know what I mean? Versus Seth Rollins or versus would it be Seth? I mean, who would it be? I think it would be Gunther because Gunther's on Raw and John Cena's on SmackDown. I think. Well, shoot. Honestly, I don't know where John Cena is. Where he belong at? I don't know. Do y'all know? I don't know. I had to hit twin with the which one I am. So, I could just see it going either way, honestly. So on that one, I have to have a draw. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I could just see it for both. So we're gonna move on. The next one we're gonna talk about is Rhea versus Raquel. It's gonna be a street fight. Yeah, it's a street fight at Night of Champions. I think Rhea's gonna win. If Rhea doesn't win, there was like interference at the booty hole. Which I think there's still going to be interference anyways. I think that Roxanne is going to come out. I don't know if we're going to see Liv because, well, she wasn't there this week. So she may still be out with that shoulder. Obviously, she's had a shoulder injury in the past. So they could just be making sure that like she's okay or that it doesn't like go into something else. Or that it actually wasn't something else and there wasn't an underlying issue of why it even came out like that in the first place, or if she like landed wrong. And Kyrie Sane might get a bad rep because she 2 for 2 now. She taking them out. She said, yikes. So I do think Rhea's gonna win that. I don't see them like dominating Mommy like that. If like I said, if she loses, it's gonna be from like a lot of interference, and it's a street fight, so there's no disqualification. So they can gang up on her all they want to, and it's not like she got a buddy out here to like have her back like that. So like if somebody was to come out, it'd be interesting to see who would come out and what that would look like. So I think Rhea's gonna take that one. Then we have Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. I think Jacob's going to win that. Even with interference, I think Jacob's taking that. I think they would be dumb of them to have him lose this title anytime soon. I see him having a long run with this title because I don't think they should put him on the big titles yet, because there's some people that we want to see in that title circuit first and then allow Jacob. He's got plenty of time. So I think they should let him have this United States Championship for a while, maybe even set a record for holding it. I don't see them letting Solo take that because Jimmy came out to help Jacob Fatu. So that's given that, not that Jacob Fatu needs it, but like, it's just giving that Jacob won't be out there and be outnumbered by like Solo and JC Mateo. So I think that Jacob's going to retain. I think it's going to be a good match. I think that's going to keep going. Yes. Do I think that we're going to have some more Bloodline members premiering? Yes. Yeah. Because there was one, and I forgot his name, but he premiered, but it was a dark match, so it wasn't on TV. But it was like, I think it opened up SmackDown like officially maybe. last week, but he definitely premiered. It just wasn't on TV. So he'll have to have his TV premiere, and they got to figure out what they're going to do with him. So we will see. We are also going to get Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross at Night of Champions. Thank God. I don't know if Karrion, like I haven't really like watched Karrion Kross wrestle. I know he's married, but he is fine AF. Period. Go ahead, Squirrely Girl. But I did see him fight. Who did he fight? AJ Styles? Yeah, AJ Styles like some weeks ago on Raw. But I haven't really seen too much of him. I just see him whispering in corridors and stuff in the back. So I'm excited to see him versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn always puts on a really good show. So it's like, I love watching Sami Zayn. Like, he's got to be one of my favorite superstars ever. Like, I just love Sami Zayn. And sometimes I just want to give him a hug. I'm like, I just want to, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Weird. It's yeah. Weird, bro. BRB, I'm grinding myself for that. Anyways, I think that's going to be a good match, though. From what I hear, they haven't been utilizing Karrion Kross like they should have, and like that he's like a really good wrestler. So, should be a really good show. Hopefully, I don't know. This seems like a thick match card. I don't see them adding another match. Seems kind of full already, but I do know some of these matches are going to be quick. I don't know which ones. I feel like the King of the Wing, King and Queen of the Rings will be pretty like substantial timings, and I also think that we're gonna have Cody, not Cody. It's because we're gonna have John Cena versus CM Punk, also at Night of Champions, for the undisputed title. I told y'all this, I think, on the last like regular WWE video. I don't think that John Cena is gonna lose. I think he's gonna win. I just want him to win. Like, if you're gonna win and you're gonna cheat or whatever, like, do something different. I'm tired of the kick him in the nuts and hit him with the title, and then it's played out. It's dumb. I'm getting like bits and pieces of like goodness from his like heel run, but honestly, Ron Killen's R-Truth has been killing his heel turn has been great from the moment it started to now. I haven't had any lapses of moments. Same thing with Naomi. John Cena's is just like, it's boring. But I'm like getting some of these promos. It's the CM Punk effect, I feel. It's the CM Punk effect because you cannot be having anything with CM Punk and not be able to get on that mic. He's going to destroy you and it's going to look bad. Like, the production is going to be like that. No. So I think that the John Cena and CM Punk is like bringing out the good heel portion of John Cena that we've wanted since the beginning. So I do think my main man CM Punk I think he's gonna lose. I do not think that there will be a cash in though. I think that maybe, I could be wrong, but I just see Seth Rollins waiting it out. I see a SummerSlam cash in. Or maybe later. I don't know. Just don't quote me on it. I do think John Cena is going to take that. I do. Unfortunately. So I think he's going to win. But I digress. I do think that's going to be a really good match, though. I do. I think this will be a really good match. So I do think short-wise, I don't think Jacob and Solos is going to be very long. I don't think Rhea and Raquel or Sammy and Karrion are going to be very long. I think they're going to be our longest ones are good ones are going to be the King and Queen of the Ring, and then the undisputed title championship match, which was John Cena and CM Punk. So I think those will be the substantial ones. And it's going to be early. I'm on Central Time, so it's going to be 12 p.m. Baby, I just might have went to sleep 5 hours ago. Y'all asking for a lot, but it's going to be in Saudi. I get that they book this like a year in advance a lot of the time. But I don't know how smart it was to continue to keep it there. We're just going to hope and pray for safety for all. So, hope nothing goes on. We're not going to speak that into existence. Okay, we're not. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is something I had mentioned a few weeks ago, but now it's not happening. So, we're supposed to have Dom versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the IC title and Night of Champions. But now that's not happening because apparently Dom has an injury. I don't know what's happening with that or like what's going on. Because they weren't specific about, what injury that was. So, or how long he would be out. So we're not going to get that match, which I'm kind of sad about. But, hopefully Tom is okay. And we get to see that at SummerSlam. Because it's not too far away. So, unfortunately, we won't see it this week. And I don't know why I said like that this week. And ew, I'm gross. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is something I think is going to happen. I do think, and this, I'm not for this weekend for Night of Champions. So Night of Champions predictions are done. We're done with Night of Champions for this week. But I think that we're going to get a triple threat at Evolution between Bayley, Lyra, and Becky Lynch. So that way Becky can lose that title and without getting pinned. Because I think that's maybe what they're trying to do. I don't think that they wanted her to keep this for very long. I do think that they wanted to have a fight between all of them. And I do think that I think that Rhea, I think she needs more people on her level. So I think that they need to let Lyra know that she's, I think they need to let her win that title back at Evolution and then allow her to have a thing with a Roxanne or a Stephanie Vaquer. Really, I would say maybe Roxanne than I would say Stephanie. Honestly, either one of them would be good. Lyra's a really great technical wrestler. If y'all are like watching her matches, like Shawty good, bro. Shawty good. Shawty's really good. So I think that would be, I think that's what's going to happen at Evolution for those three. I think that we're going to have a triple threat. And if we don't have it at Evolution, then we're going to have it at SummerSlam. So by the summer, we'll have our next direction for that. But I do think that Becky is going to lose that title. I don't think she's going to keep it all the way through because, like I said, I think Rhea needs some more. She needs some big girls. I don't know. She just needs some she needs some top tier talent. I think they've kind of like had her helping out the other little girls and putting them on. I don't know why I'm saying a little, like these women are not grown, but they are. But I think I know what I mean. So like you have your mid-card girls and your girls that just come up from NXT. And then we're going to get another like batch cooking. We got another batch cooking. We already, the women have been doing their big ones on NXT, WWE, Raw and SmackDown, and outside of the WWE. I think, I don't know. I can't rip off Ring the Bell though, because shout out to Ring the Bell and DS over there because I love his channel, and the fact that he uh, focuses on the women. Then you have Deontay DJ who focuses on everybody. So I feel like I just want to find my equal, like maybe I focus on the women and have a separate video I do maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know how y'all think about that. Like, should I talk about some women outside of the WWE? Should I do that? So I'll talk about everybody that I'm going to need a whole nother thing. I'm going to need a whole nother thing. So, but should I talk about some ladies outside of the WWE? But I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Okay. But those are my predictions for Night of Champions. So I got Jay coming out on top. I got a toss-up between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. I got John Cena coming out on top. I got Rhea coming out on top. I got Jago Fatu coming out on top. Is that everybody? Oh, I missed one. I did miss one. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I think that I think Sami's gonna win. And if he doesn't, well, actually, I think Karrion might win. So that way they can keep this momentum going, because it does look like they want to use Karrion, but they just didn't. They just needed to create a storyline for him. I just don't want Sami to not be in like that heavy, it's just not Sami's time yet. It's sad because I just want him to win so bad. It's like the ultimate underdog. So I just want him to win so bad. So that's just where my mind is about it all. But I do think that Karrion's going to win, actually. I know I said Sami first, but I think Karrion's going to win it. That way they can keep the ball rolling with this, and that they can utilize Karrion. And so Sami Zayn doesn't lose any screen time. Like, he's still having a storyline. So those are my predictions, guys. All right. Those are my predictions. Just one song. Let me stop. Anyways. Thank you guys for coming back to WWE Wednesdays. Okay. Thank you. So I need you to pause. Now don't hit pause. Just pause. Okay. Then go hit that like button, please. And thank you. Okay. Then leave a comment down below. Okay? Please and thank you. Okay? And then subscribe. Please and thank you. Okay? And then go hit that notification bell. Okay? Please and thank you. Okay? Because you need to know when I post new videos. Okay? So, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.